Hi, Chef Ryan Phillips here. When was the last time you had an icy cold summer soup, like cucumber or maybe gazpacho? Here in Korea, only in the summer months, restaurants start to serve a cold noodle soup with soy milk. That is Kongguksu. All right, so the star of this dish is definitely the soybeans. And here are some regular soybeans right here, dried. We start with dried ones. You could also use black soybeans or a combination of the two. You definitely have to soak these dried ones overnight, about 12 hours. That's what I have done right here. We've got half and half, the white and the black beans, after soaking for 12 hours. All right, let's get these into our pot. Top it off with some water. Don't worry about the amount of water here because we're gonna drain this off later anyway. Now we want this to boil, but it is important not to boil it for too long. We don't want them to be just totally falling apart. We're looking for about 3 to 4 minutes at a rolling boil. We want to cool these down really well. All right. So this is actually how you make soy milk. If you don't want to go through this process, you could just make this recipe with any unsweetened soy milk. But if you want to do it the old-fashioned way, just rubbing them here to try to get some of the skins off of the beans. You can see already, see here's some of the skins coming off right there. All right, so just gonna, these are floating to the top already, so I'm just gonna try to pour those off. Okay, so we'll get all of our beans in here and add about 350 milliliters of water. All right, nice and smooth. Got a strainer here. Check out this consistency. This is nice and smooth, kind of creamy. Right there. All right, next thing we're gonna do is get our cucumbers ready here. You could just slice these or into little matchsticks, but I've got a fun tool to do some kind of almost noodles out of it. Check these out. This will give a nice crunch to this along with the noodles we're gonna have in this dish. All right, now we've got tomato. And on the tomato, we can just do some nice fat wedges. Really, just these 5 wedges will be enough for one portion. Time to cook our Somyeon. So for one portion, 100 grams, so 2 of these little packets. You can see it's a really thin wheat pasta. All right, this is just gonna take about 3 minutes, and then we're gonna very quickly shock these in cold water. All right, so soy milk goes back in the blender. But now we're going to add a lovely nuttiness to this. Now, traditionally, you might find these pine nuts and these sesame seeds. Also, traditionally, you might find walnuts, but I love cashew. Now's a great time to season this. 1 tablespoon of salt. All right, that is done. Now we're ready to put all this together. I'm gonna start with our Somyeon. Now, let's get some. I'll take about half of our cucumbers. Add the soy milk. Now you definitely want to have some ice cubes around. And our tomato wedges. Last but not least, just a little garnish of sesame seeds. And there you go, there's Kongguksu. All right, summertime, cold soup is ready to go. Just look at that. So the ice is melting here. I love this dish. Cold, chewy, nutty, crunchy. All together, the cashews stand out, the pine nuts. On a hot summer day, maybe after a hike, perfect food for the summer.